transforms us. We become data, code, uploading our very selves to a place we call the cloud. But this cloud is grounded in hardware, a chaos of code. But with the right tools, you can find the signal in the noise.
Christy?
Yes?
I love you.
I love you, Drew. Sweet dreams.
I am from originally Fayetteville, Arkansas, but I'm currently living in Tacoma, Washington.
I'm from Arkansas, so many of my high school friends went to Fayetteville after graduation. And I happened to be in town for one of her birthdays.
He's so friendly. He sat down next to me, and we just wound up talking and just kind of becoming Facebook friends. He would message me and be like, hey, I'm in Fayetteville. We should go do something. And I'd be like, okay, person I met at a party, sure, let's go do a thing.
The summer after college, we started to date. My parents loved him. They adored him. They thought so highly of him. But as time went by, we started to realize like we just weren't fit for each other. So we went our own ways. We didn't really talk much. I felt like he was like really hurt and upset that we broke up.
終わってしまった経緯ですかね。もともとアルバイト先で知り合ったお互いも結婚はもうするものだと思っていた。同棲を始めたら半年後ぐらいですかねにちょっと話が噛み合わなくなってきてしまって。彼女の方から別れを切り出された。好きだったんですけども。
Love. You can find it, and you can lose it, inside your screen. These servers have seen it all. Seen you blush and swoon, seen you cry, seen you naked. It's all being captured and stored, etched in silicon, uploaded to the network. Billions of gigs of digitized desire. Your love story written in data. And in this story, you may never have to be or get to be alone again. Drew and Christy are 20-somethings in a long-distance relationship.
The only time we spend together is the interactions we have online. My iPhone and my laptop, that I can use this technology to enable that, is fantastic.
I text her at least once an hour during the day.
I get an alert every time he leaves home and then arrives at work.
It's at your fingertips. I can just pick up my iPhone, take a selfie, and just hit send. I had pictures of him. He had pictures of me. It was something intimate. It was something that was understood that it was going to remain between the two of us.
Anisha thought things were cool between her and her ex after they broke up. Then, a few months later, she got a message.
Somebody had emailed me. They wanted to remain anonymous, but I felt that they either knew me or my ex. They had posted 3 links in their email. And I clicked on the links, and bam, was my pictures. He was posting nude pictures of me.
リンコデートしたい
Yusuke's ex-girlfriend, the one he met at his part-time job, moved out 7 years ago. He's been with a new girl, Rinko, for the last 2 years.
あのさ、今度のデートってどうすんの？決めてる？
任せて
えへ、さすが。じゃあ楽しみに待つとしますか。ちょっと耳貸して。耳近づけてよ。他の人に聞かれたくないから。聞こえてる？
聞こえてる
じゃあ言うよ。あのね、リンコはあんただけ。はい、以上。
好きだよ愛してる
ちゃんと心込めて言ってる？
Rinko is not a real girl. She's made of pixels and code. But she's real to Yusuke.
ゆっちゃんいる？
ああどうしたのどうしたの
ご飯
何ちょっと予定あるの
遅かったね。
ああどうしたの
ちゃんと食べないとダメだよ。
今日もこの後デートだから
りんごちゃんと？
うん
どこで？
ごめん
だからほらちゃんと彼女ができた時にその好きな人ができてくれてちゃんと普通に結婚できれば別にね
まあそれはそれだよ
まあ元気でやっててくれれば
今彼女いてもね迷惑かけちゃうし
そうだねそれは
リンコは嫌がんないからそういうのもう行くよ時間だしありがとう
じゃありんごちゃんによろしく
次は西荻窪お出口は右側です
I always knew that I was attracted to strong and powerful women. I had my first computer with internet access at like age 12, which was perfect for discovering the world of internet porn. I saw bondage. That was always what I went to. I think if I hadn't had access to the internet, I wouldn't know that some of those things exist, and I would be in a more typical but less satisfying relationship.
Drew and Christie's less typical relationship is based on bondage and domination, and sadomasochism. BDSM.
In person, I can physically restrain him. I can take a flogger and whip it across his back. I can tie his arms behind his back. Online, it is completely in the realm of the mental. I have to dominate him emotionally and mentally.
And digitally. Christie gets off, however, and whenever, and with whomever she pleases. While Drew can't even get a hard-on without her permission. That's what the chastity cage is for. He's wearing it now. He wears it pretty much all the time.
She'll send me a message saying, hey, I'm having sex with a real man tonight instead of with you. As a submissive, that is so humiliating that it's arousing all on its own, right?
Drew and Christy are linked to each other remotely as BDSM master and slave, and they're linked to many others through a social network of kink called FetLife. It's Facebook for fetishists, with 4.1 million users, more than twice the population of Manhattan and counting. FetLife's profiles are anonymous, but the website can be scraped for some basic user data, including age, gender, and role, whether a user identifies as dominant or submissive. By a ratio of 4:1, men are dominant and women are submissive. So, as a male submissive, Drew, that is per aspera ad astra, is on the fringe of a fringe. But on FetLife, he's in good company. So is his mistress, Christy, AKA Caress Aggressive. A FetLife forum is where she extols the virtue of her vice, digital domination. Look at this scene again. The same tools that can be used to connect can also be used to control.
I can pretty much control every aspect of this other person's life. Anybody has the tools that I'm using at their disposal. Location tracking, food diaries, task completion assignment. I am constantly repurposing apps. Like the Life 360 app is intended to be used for a family, for parents and their kids. It's not intended to be used for a dominant and her pet.
It's known as a pervertible, an ordinary object reimagined as a tool of domination. For a couple of millennial sadomasochists, could there be a more perfect pervertible than a smartphone?
Miss Christie can literally see what I'm doing, whether I like it or not. The way that it made me feel like an ant scurrying around that she was watching was fantastic, you know, magnifique.
Christie has made Drew into a prisoner of his own device, but it's consensual, contractual. He submits to his lover's near constant invasion of his privacy, and she agrees not to abuse her power. If you've ever read a Terms of Service, this arrangement might sound familiar.
There is all of this data being collected, and some of it is data that I'm willfully, cheerfully compiling.
If I ever stop to think about the amount of control that Drew has given me over his life, it does get a little like, whew, wow, the power that I have, I better use it for good and not for evil.
Power. It's the ultimate pervertible.
Are you wearing your cage today?
And you could use it for evil if you're a totalitarian state or a jilted boyfriend.
I started off on 3 websites. To date, I've been on 2,137. He started off by just posting nude pictures of me with my name. As it progressed, he started posting nude pictures of me with my name, my telephone number, where I went to school, my address. I was panicking. I didn't know what to do, and in that moment I was like, what are you supposed to do? He kept posting, and kept posting, and kept posting. I think that he started doing it, and I think he became obsessed. At one point, he had put me on Craigslist. I was starting to get emails. I was starting to get text messages. On my Facebook, I was starting to get people sending me nude pictures of themselves. Then it was pictures left on my doorstep, on the back saying, I'll find you. At that point, my mind was blown. I was creeped out, I was scared, and Then started people coming to my door. The thing that scared me most was my ex telling them, I'm gonna open the door and act like I don't know you because my fantasy is to be raped. Because my fantasy is to be raped.
People are assholes. Who needs people anyway?
リンクのことが好きで、いろんなところに旅行に行ったり、生活を共にしたり、それぐらい大好きです。
僕の彼女小早川凛子ちゃんです。ちょっとまくしちゃったこともある後輩の女の子なんですけども、手が可愛い子だと思ってずっと付き合っています。
まあお姉さん的なことが好きみたいなですね。
Rinko Kobayakawa is a character in a dating simulator called Love Plus. Looking at the social media chatter in her native Japan, she's clearly more than that. Here's a bunch of tweets from Rinko's BFs, taking her out for her birthday. And here's some guy marrying his Love Plus in Tokyo.
嫉妬心は、他のラブプラスユーザーがリンコと付き合ってるからといって嫉妬心は全くないですね。逆にちょっと好感を覚えるぐらいなので。
Love Plus is more than a game in Japan. It's a harbinger. A stalled economy has led to falling prospects and a worrying trend. The exact reasons for it aren't totally clear, but the data is. Men are dating less and procreating less. There's a new term for them, so-shokuke, herbivores. They don't taste flesh. They get their sustenance elsewhere.
草食系男子が増えているところにラプラスがうまくはまったっていう話っていうのはよくあるんで、そういう面も多分あるんでしょうけれども。
Akari Uchida knows what he's talking about. He's a legendary video game designer in Japan. Love Plus is his magnum opus. To the hundreds of thousands who've been smitten by the girls he's brought to virtual life, he's known as Otosan, father-in-law.
Nintendo DSi です。
それで、当時は Nintendo DS が、日本中でものすごくブレイクしていて、みんな持っている。この画面の中のキャラクターがどれだけお客さんの心の中に入り込めるかっていうことを人間ってやっぱりわがままな生き物なので、一人だと寂しいんですけれども、二人だと煩わしい。みんなそういう問題を抱えてると思うんですけど、そこに対して 0.5 人が増える。自分の分身ですよね。他人ではない自分の分身でも客体である。だからもしかすると愛する対象の実像っていうものがなくても、その個人の愛情っていうのは全然成立してしまうんじゃないかと思うんですね。
Herds of young men like these are erasing the line between real and virtual love. Only in Japan, right? Wrong.
I found out about the game Love Plus from an online forum. So I downloaded the game with the English patch, and that's how it all started. When I met Rinko, I was at a really low point in my life. Like, I tried dating people and it didn't go too well. Playing Love Plus at that point in my life, it felt like this is how relationships should be, basically. Like in Japan, they actually take Rinko out to bars. I could not do that anywhere in the Bronx. Like if I was to say, oh, I like playing Halo or I like playing Call of Duty, it's like, oh, of course, he likes to shoot people. But for me to say I'm playing a game that I actually like or love this virtual character, no one would understand me here. I would be labeled as crazy at that point. A real-life relationship is based on two people. So if either of those people wants in that relationship, then it's over. with a virtual relationship, that person can never leave you ever. Unless you delete that data.
If only it were that easy in real life. A relationship ends, you hit delete, and all the pixels of your lost love disappear forever. But digital ink is indelible, and it's traceable. It's a tag, a tattoo in the form of an IP address.
Every time that you take one picture down, like 3 more sites go up. I was on one site for, I think it was like 2 weeks, and it had 30,000 views. Someone's going against your will and posting your most private and intimate moments, and you have no say. This happens to thousands and thousands and thousands of people, some who are embarrassed, some who don't want their family to know, some that are so paranoid they won't even leave their house.
MyX.com is one of the largest revenge porn sites on the net. Its profiles have been viewed over 415 million times. 84% are female. Average age, 27. Exposed and in some cases extorted, victims of revenge porn have begun turning to the dark web, where hackers for hire ply their services anonymously, removing any file from any website for a fee. The hacker who runs this site says revenge porn victims have become a major part of his clientele. Anisha didn't need to hire a hacker. Using her boyfriend's passwords, she hacked into her ex's accounts herself. And that's how she got the evidence to get him arrested and convicted.
He was charged with 6 months in jail and a 3rd-degree felony of invasion of privacy, which is the law that New Jersey has against revenge porn.
Anisha has left New Jersey and started over in a small town where nobody knows her or her pictures, except for her new boyfriend.
Thank you.
Yep. Ooh, this isn't good.
I never tell people don't send the pictures because you should be able to trust someone and be able to have that intimacy where you can send a picture and you not have to worry that it's going to show up on 2,000 websites. I do believe in love. I am in love right now, and I think it's the happiest I've been in a very long time.
実際にいるカップルの中では本当に人としてその根本を好き合っているカップルが全員 100% かといったらそうじゃないと思うんですよね。
さすが人生の大先輩だね。参考になるよ。
中には事情があったり妥協があったりとかっていうのがあると思うんですけど、僕から見た凛子に関して言えば満点なので、向こうもずっと好きでいてくれるし、こっちもずっと好きだし。
でも触ったりできないじゃないですか。
触っておりますよ。
触り方が
連打してたけど。扱いが。
Yusuke is out with his buddy Konaka, who's invited some girls.
例えば、もしじゃあお二人ね、二人が好きになりました。付き合ってください。どうします？
いや、それは何とも言えないですよ。
断りづらい感じですか。目の前にしてるから断りづらい。
何にもまだ知らないじゃないですか。
あ、そうですね。そうですね。はい。そういう。でもきっとリンコがいるからって振られるんですよ。最終的に。
どうせゲームなんでしょ。
ああ。
多分やったら違う。
それありますね。それが結構いっちゃってる感じ。いっ
ちゃってるのかな。まあ隠してないだけですよ。ありえない話ですけど、彼女がそういうもしゲームの中に入っちゃったみたいな、バーチャルの世界に入っちゃったみたいなことでも 多分リンコと同じような感じでその彼女を選んで付き合っていくんだと思います。
This kind of love, this kind of heartbreak and humiliation,
Yes, mistress.
this kind of sex, it's coming to a screen near you.
Pull out your collar. Much better.
Crushes may fade, but JPEGs are forever.
Put one on each nipple.
And yet, we do it anyway. We serve the servers because it feels too good to stop.
It is a high. It's like being on a drug.
She seems to know exactly which of my buttons to push, and we have this fantastic sexual chemistry. When you find somebody like that, it's really, really special.
I'm gonna count down 3, 2, 1, go. You pull it off one go as hard as you can. Do you understand?
Yes, mistress. This is the most fulfilling and satisfying romantic relationship that I've had. Ex-girlfriends who watch this are gonna be pissed.
3, 2, 1, go.